Hello, everybody. We are the Dice Stormers, and this is Team Bravo. We have Krista, Gabby, Tash, and Murray, and I am your host, Dungeon Master Derek. Murray, if you could please give us your character and your pronoun.
I'm Murray, I'm a he/him, and my character is Eupolis, a tiefling warlock.
Tash.
Hi, I'm Tasha, she/her, and my character is Syra Dawnbreak, and she is a human paladin.
Hi, I'm Gabby, she/her, and I play an artificer, Ohm Whistlefarer, and she's,
Ohm Whistlefarer.
Ohm Whistlefarer, yeah.
I'm Christo, she/her, and my character is Sophia of Antipolis. She's a human cleric.
All right, so this is our intro video. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and put the notifications on so that you're aware of when we post new episodes. We'd like to give a shout out to Wizards of the Coast for providing us with this special early access to this game, and we'd also like to thank D&D Beyond for use of the tools that they've given us, and a last shout out to Sirenscape, who will be producing some of the wonderful sound effects that you will hear. So we will see you on the other side. Welcome back. We are playing, this is episode 3 of Descent into Avernus, and the team have just retired to the Hungry Griffin for a whatever. Yes, to wait out until the bathhouse sort of starts to close down for the night. So
I think we, when surprisingly our split party is rejoined, we've been eating, drinking.
Yeah, we should take a seat.
Posing by the fireplace so we can glimpse.
Probably by the fireplace.
I think we walk in and I say, "Oh, they're with us."
There. Oh, it's all right. They're with us. Yeah. 2 more chairs, Barky.
So the benefits from a short rest, I guess, if there are any that you need, would happen in that hour.
Warlocks rock.
Yes.
I fill them in that I have an appointment with Jabaz at 11:30, and therefore am happy to be the bait. And therefore, if they want to, they can either hang around outside looking at who's coming, and then come and find their friend at midnight.
How was your massage?
Very good.
Yes, mine was extremely
the first tiefling she's ever massaged, but she gave me a tail massage.
A tail
Lovely. Oh, I highly recommend having a tail. No poor humans with your vestigial tails. But I studied
yes, my
anatomy.
massage was quite special, actually. It was called a special massage.
Right.
I, of course, have had many of them. But, it was an interesting bathhouse, and she said, my masseuse, she mentioned that she had an encounter, firstly, with the Duke who owns the bathhouse. So I thought that was quite impressive.
Right.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Thalamara Van
Thalamara.
Van
Duke Thalamara.
No. Yes.
So I felt right at him. But also that she had met some large, gruff man who was quite rude to her, who had a scarred or disfigured face.
Does that ring any bells?
No.
No.
Well, that's all I managed to learn, to be honest. I looked at every wall I could, but there were no nymphs with blood pouring out of their mouths, so I assumed I couldn't find the trapdoor.
Right. No, nor I. Does Thalamara's name ring any bells to us?
She is one of the ruling council of 4.
I would know who she is.
So is there a connection between the dead 3 and the ruling council of 3? I'm just doing that through a whole numerology.
Yeah.
They use the number 3.
No, my apologies. It is the ruling council of 4, but it is now the ruling council of 3 because what's his name? Alder Ravengard is missing and gone. So.
No, I'm sticking with my conspiracy theory. of 3.
Yeah, I think you're on something.
Illuminati, it's the triangle.
So Thalamara is a duchess, not a duke.
They refer to her
Or
as
a
Duke
So
Thalamara.
presumably they don't have gendered
I guess so.
titles,
Yeah.
which is great.
All right.
So yes, Duke Thalamara, which is why I got confused earlier about that.
Yeah. And they don't mention her gender throughout the first whole chunk of the adventure. So I was like, I had a male in my head, and then I got her stat block. And it's
Because
like,
you need to know
she's
your AO endings in Italian.
Is that
A
right?
ending
Probably
feminine,
Thalamara.
masculine ending O.
So, yes.
Do you know what, Sarah? I actually walked around to it and I couldn't find anything. I was looking at all the walls, all the floors, there was just nothing there.
But we know this, we were told there was a trap door, so unless we were lied to...
If Tarina is reliable.
That's correct. Yes.
Well, I
But
mean,
they did recognise my.
they did,
Symbols.
and I mean they did let us know that there's an appropriate time for us to convene, and so I think it's just a matter of making sure we come back at
Well,
at
that's
the
right.
appropriate
You
time.
mentioned back to me on that there was something about midnight.
Yeah. Apparently we have to go there around midnight, don't we?
That's right.
But we're not quite
If
sure
we are,
who.
if we are members
What's
of
the time right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's maybe 7.
We start looking at the sun.
No, no, I can sense it. I am in touch with the god of the sun deity,
Yeah, yeah.
so
That's right.
You just
it
find
must be.
7 o'clock.
you find the nearest cat, look at his eyes, and you're like, it's about 7.
So around sunset.
And
Yes.
I look a little sheepishly at you, Paulus, and I say, look, the ingredients I needed didn't end up costing that much, so I just wanted you to have this, and I give you 5 gold. And I
Oh,
thank you so much for the. that was
my
it.
pleasure. It was a fascinating procedure.
Oh well, yeah, it's quite special.
Do you guys want to see some more magic?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
No good has come of those words.
So you know how I was going shopping, right? And I go and I take out, look, I got my new bag, and I can make it into a bag of holding. Would you guys be interested in that? Yeah?
Yes.
Standard issue.
How long does this take? How long does this take?
I think it takes, I have to attune with it
Oh, that's right.
afterwards. But I thought that if we're going to be here for a while, let's have a check. So I have an infusion and I can, it doesn't say how long it takes. So I've invented numerous magical infusions that rapidly create magic items. So I think I just have the infusion. I would pour the infusion onto the bag, whisper some magic words.
So it's
and
like
then-
literally like a magic trick.
Yeah.
Right.
Bam! Look, guys, I got my own pocket universe.
Wow!
Where did your hand go?
Now, you can only create 2 of these things.
Yeah, but I can only do one. I believe I can only do one per long rest.
Okay.
But so I can do a maximum of 2. So I can only do one per day until I have a long rest.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're going to do that one now?
Yes, I am.
What's the other one that you've got the option of?
So the other thing I can do is Wand of Magic Detection. And then the last one is Alchemy Jug.
Attuning an item requires you to spend a short rest, so an hour.
Yep, that's fine. I believe we've got at least an hour here to waste time.
Sarah's very fascinated, much like you were. We're like, oh, ingredients, infusion. Don't you just tap into your divine sense and then you just are imbued with power?
Don't listen to them.
All
This is
the
really
magic
tough.
doers I've ever met just.
Oh, mine was just a handshake.
I'm just sitting here as I feel like I've got like the 2 different, like the angel and demon
Yes,
sides, and
yes.
she's like, you just have your god, and then you're like, you can be your own god, and I'm just like, I'm just very confused.
No, you make an agreement with the god.
Oh, there's a third one.
I'm just staring intently, watching
No,
your hands.
God
Partly because I'm
chooses
like,
you.
oh, this is really cool.
And only if
And
you-
partly because I'm like, okay, but where's the trick?
And
Don't
so
you need a rabbit or something?
I just open it up and you can just look into the nothingness that is another dimension.
All right, so you have a bag of holding. That's
Yes.
excellent. We shall zip forward in time to 11:30 at night.
Ish.
Okay.
And
It's safe to presume I've had some kind of
Sarah-
chicken wings. Go on.
Right.
I think Syra, throughout the sunset period of the day, would have probably been praying and doing some of her
Yep.
like rituals around sunset and the end of the day.
Godly
and the,
stuff.
The faith in the renewal.
Oh, the
The sun will rise again.
right. Now we enter the dark time.
Now we enter the dark time, and I equip myself for battle with the fiends.
So just before we do that, I'm going to cast Armour of Agathis on myself.
Okay.
Because I need a short rest to get the spell slot back, so I'm going to do that, and then have the short rest in my massage, and then so I'm kind of frosty.
Yep.
But so even more enhanced in my blueness, so I'm gold, bluey, and sparkly,
Sparkly.
from
I
Damn.
see.
That's an
iciness.
aesthetic.
Yes. And because she's not attacking me, I'm assuming in my massage,
I'm
she's
assuming
not
that
going to take any damage as
Yeah.
she massages.
Yeah.
if you don't shake someone's
Unless she
hand.
unless she gets a real knot. Oh, you attacked me! No! Oh, I'm sorry, she's dead. I killed an NPC by massaging me.
I shall assume her position.
Yeah. You weren't a blue tiefling before. Oh yes, no, I've always been a blue tiefling.
So who's going into the massage parlour?
I'm-
Just you? Everybody else is staying outside?
I think we agreed
No.
while we were chatting that we would, that Eupolis would go in first
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
for the 11:30 massage appointment, and we'd follow after around midnight to collect him / be admitted into the premises after close,
Cool.
depending on how everything goes.
Yeah.
So you enter,
Mhm.
and there is they escort you in. The person who
The guard?
the guard
Right.
who noticed your thing before nods at you. You do notice that 2 of the other guards are packing up,
Okay.
but she is staying there.
Okay.
In addition to which, so you are led into the south,
Not the one I was in before.
not the one you
Yep.
were in before.
Okay.
And you notice that the door is closed and there is an X on it.
On the north one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you have the massage
Lovely short
and
rest.
lovely short rest,
Mhm.
and at midnight. What's her name? Did you have
Jabaz.
Jabaz? Jabaz says, so that will be 2 silver pieces.
What happens now?
The parlour is
This
closed.
is why you're the spy.
I'm doing a very good job. I'm where I need to be at the time I need to be there. I just don't know what I'm meant to do.
The parlour is closed, but I am required to leave the the premises immediately.
Okay. Can I dawdle?
No. I believe we all need to be away. And then you see the woman who recognised your hand, and she coughs, and Jabaz goes, "Good evening, and pleasant day."
Thank you, Jabaz. I will hopefully see you again.
Good night.
I dress dawdily.
Okay. All right. And it's midnight.
Right.
I guess I'm just passively looking for anything out of place, anything around us that might stick out, but I'm just trying to have a sense
So
of
we'll
like,
do a perception roll.
so like, is anything amiss outside, or is time just passing by?
No, time is
on-
passing by.
on
The last patrons leave,
Hmm.
and
I'm dawdling.
yeah. Do you want to close the door? And
I get dawdling.
that's right.
Nice.
And you do see 2 of the female guards exit and leave the building.
Okay.
Are there like bushes or buildings near us? Because I don't want to be
Yeah.
super obvious. Alright.
Yeah, you can observe from a discreet distance.
Okay, so I've got certain dark vision, so I'm trying to get as much detail as possible,
Mhm.
and I'm just using. I do have goggles,
Oh,
but they're
yeah.
not. But they're for tinkering, so they don't hurt. So I'm just pretending that I can, and I'm trying to see who's going in and out, and if people are going in, do they have like face coverings, or do people want to know who these individuals are? Do you know what I mean? Like, is it a secret society where people attend, but you just don't really know who the individuals within the community are?
No, you don't see anyone go in. There's only
Okay.
people coming out at this point.
Okay. So I just hold post and I just keep watching the entry and exit.
Okay, cool.
Using my hellish sight, do I see anyone invisible coming in?
Interesting. Are you inside or outside?
I'm inside.
You're
You're
still in the south
in the
massage
south
program?
In the
Massage.
south master room? No.
And
No.
I don't see anyone?
No.
Okay.
I turned to Ohm and I said, I wish there was some kind of signal that we had to know that we should come in now.
Would a pigeon do like a cuckoo? Well, no,
good.
like what does a pigeon sound like?
Yeah, that's right. I might see if I can start approaching and see if I can act as though I don't know that it's closing and kind of walk in.
Uh-huh.
Does anyone stop me? Or?
Yes, the woman stops you, and she says the bathhouse are closed.
I left some items here earlier.
She goes to her hilt. The bathhouses are closed.
Okay.
I see. So I should return tomorrow morning. Is that what you're?
6. What is it open? Midday.
Midday.
Is this the same guard that we spoke to earlier?
Yes.
Okay, I might just like wander up and say, no, it's quite all right. No need for for the pleasantries. We've returned. I think you remember we're supposed to be here, and we're just going to make our way in now.
Oh,
It's going to be quite all right.
roll a persuasion.
I'm coming out behind him.
Yeah, okay.
They're with me.
11 plus 2, 13.
13. All right. The hand, the hilt goes back. The blade goes back into the sheath, but the hand stays on it. She says, "So you are with the tiefling?"
That's right.
I
Yes.
think he's with us.
Very, very well.
What's happening? I'm still battling.
There's a bush that's kind of vibrating with sounds, kind of give every signal possible.
I'm just waiting for someone to be like, no, it's okay.
What?
She closes the door, and are you going in as well, or are you staying outside?
I'm waiting for the signal. Any
Um,
signal?
there's-
Oh, no!
What,
As I would.
what do we do now?
I'm.
We wait.
You didn't get instructions?
No,
No?
I'm gonna make my. I'm gonna confidently. I'm gonna
Right.
be like, no, we know where we're going, and start making my way to the northern thing, which you said had an X on it.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, so that was the only other thing that was occupied when you went here.
Did I not get the memo? I'm with her. Oh. I hope she
It's a
doesn't-
signal.
All
I'll
right.
go on ahead. If you need to speak with this guard, then you know,
Okay.
perhaps she knows more. But I'm gonna.
When
No, this is
when we
managed.
head north, do
I
they
walk in with you. Yeah.
do they
Um,
like? Is that the false move, or are they?
No, they
That's
seem...
the move. I invite Owen to let's go
All right. So the four of you are heading towards
to northern
the northern massage room.
Mm-hmm.
The door
Does
is
it
closed.
Does it still have an X?
There's an X on it.
Okay. Is it openable? Test it a little bit.
You can test it a little bit. It appears to be not locked.
Okay.
I wonder if they have a special lock that was.
This is the
Yeah.
only room I didn't manage to get into, so.
Well, I was here, but I was distracted by Jabaz.
And also, I mean, if this place is closed and there's still someone in here, then
They lied.
And it'd have to be here, right? I can't see anywhere else that we're supposed to be. We've already checked everywhere else.
Right.
So, would you like me to try and open it up, or does anyone else want to try and open
Well,
it
I'm
up?
just a little skeptical because I'm, there's a clear signal on that door, and as we've established, the best signal is not signal. So maybe it's a trap.
So the big X
But
we should
that's-
know is a yes.
But trap doors and trap shit. Yeah, we should definitely.
everyone stand back. I open the door.
A shabbily dressed, white bearded, scraggly man dressed in clothes comes bursting out of the room. He has a flail in one hand with a skull on it, and he strikes you with it.
Oh,
That's the
great.
most interesting trap on a door I've ever heard.
He does 4 hit points of damage to you. Did he actually hit? Your armor class is...
18.
Yes, he does.
Wow.
Just 4 hit points of damage, and he appears to be screaming some gibberish.
Okay. Interesting. I think we've started combat.
Let's roll.
Oh, I did not get good.
15 for me, please.
15.
Sophia.
12 for Ohm, please.
I also have 12, Sarah.
Uh-huh.
5.
5.
Apollo stood way back.
So, Sophia, you have the initiative.
Yeah, I'm super not into what's happening. So, I mean, you can't do that. This is really rude. Do they seem really quite tough, or
Well, they look
mean,
like
like,
they're dressed in rags.
this is
and
a
they-
shabby and okay? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with it. I'm just really freaked out by it. I'm just gonna go ahead and try guiding bolt to just like straight up.
All right.
Just whoosh. Yeah. So put my hands together like, hey, oh, stop it, and just cast that. No, it's gonna be a spell slot. I believe that's a ranged magic attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think my plus is 5. Yep. Oh, 6. Oh.
Is that a natural one?
Yeah, it was a natural 1. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Right.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I had to give out some time.
So, yes, you raise your hand and you actively see him duck, and it shoots over his head, and it is now Ohm and Cyrus go. Who has the higher dexterity?
I believe you would.
I would probably, yeah. My dex is 15.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I am a paladin.
We don't mean you
sorry,
any
paladin.
harm. What's wrong? You don't seem like you're okay.
He's still screaming in this gibberish kind of stuff, and
Do we recognize any of the gibberish? Like, does it sound to any of us? Would any of us have?
yeah, roll me a. It's. Does anyone speak Infernal?
No.
Wait,
I
you
speak
would?
Infernal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I speak Infernal.
He's saying, the Holy Order of the Trinity will not be disturbed. Back if you know what's good for you.
But to me, he's just going.
To me, it's like, oh, I haven't heard the voices of my whole country for such a
Reminds
long
me of my
time.
childhood.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Back in the
crib.
day.
Yes, indeed.
So, do you want to do anything?
I'm just trying to calm him down to see whether we can actually talk to him, because I feel like we can probably get further if we don't kill him. So maybe we should try and stop him, and we can try and see what he's up to.
And
I'm
try and explain
Yes.
your bolt over his head as a kind of a knee-jerk reaction.
Oh yeah, I'm totally with
Yeah.
you. It's just he freaked me the hell out, and so I was like, ah!
And
I
he
don't
hit
even
you,
know what
didn't
he's
he?
saying.
He did hit me.
All right, Sarah.
Okay. I am going to. I'm pretty upset about this. This was, and I think my reaction would be to try and probably knock him out with the hilt of my sword.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go for a hit with the hilt of my sword. My shield's probably raised in case he tries to use that flail again.
Yep.
So to hit. 19.
Okay.
Yes. Because rags
roll
don't go.
damage.
Rags don't give that much armor class.
It is 10. 10 damage.
10 damage.
I hit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Destroyed him.
Is that including your +2
That
from?
includes the +2.
All
so
right.
it's a D8 plus 6 instead of +4.
Wow. All right. He is clearly knocked back a step, but he is still coming to
And I
you.
yell, "Let us pass,
I step forward
fiend!"
using my Fey presence,
Uh-huh.
which is one of my boons from being having an archfey as a patron. So he needs to make a DC 14 Wisdom save
All right.
or be charmed.
He rolls a 20,
He's not
and
charmed.
he is not charmed.
So I'm now standing in front of him.
So he tries to smack you, armor class.
16.
He rolls a 13.
He
so
takes 5 cold damage because he's just hit me with my armor of Agathason, which lasts an hour.
he is sort of blown backwards.
He is dead.
Smashes against a whole bunch of pottery and perfumes and towels and slumps to the floor, unconscious.
Great. And then I walk forward going, and that is why you are with me. And I walk into the northern massage room.
I
Nice.
loosened the jar, okay? Like, come on.
No, but I got the lid off.
Should we restrain him before we start exploring more?
I think we should probably
We probably
loot
should,
his, his unconscious body.
Yeah.
Because
We'll hide
I
him
still
under the
don't know
table.
where the trapdoor is or who this
It's
guy is.
clearly
right.
here somewhere.
So I'd like to
Very astute.
investigate or his body,
I-
looking for, we know a bit about the deities he's worship, a little bit about.
Maybe we can get like a badge, or if he has any symbols that we can put on ourselves.
Yeah,
So-
roll me a religion check.
Oh, you know what we should have? There
Can
should be a
someone
loot
help?
check. We should have a loot check because there might be secret pockets. No,
Yeah.
you didn't
It's an
find the
investigation.
secret pockets, so you don't get to loot the
Probably
body.
an investigative.
That's
Investigative roll or
So I'm rolling for religion. Does
Yeah.
anyone want to help? Okay, 16.
What do you need a help?
16. All right.
Paladin with
Paladin.
16.
I got 0. No proficiency.
You definitely.
This is in-
So you
not smart.
you do know that he is a worshipper of Merkel
Aha, Merkel, of course.
with the skull flail that he's got. So it's literally a skull head with burning blue eyes on a chain that he's just.
Oh, so it's got burning blue eyes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I detach that from the flail and
All right.
Yep. Take the flail.
just the head with the burning blue eyes? Because I'm blue, I glow, I've got some gold,
Oh,
I've
right,
got some
right.
sparkly
Oh,
whiteness,
okay.
and now I've got a burning blue-eyed skull. That's kind of
Oh, you could use it
But
as a
other than-
wallet chain.
Yeah, I'm like color
Yes.
coordinated with multiple
Yeah.
This
gods
is such a
currently.
edgelord.
Yeah.
All right.
And if it gets too annoying, we can just put it in our pocket.
So yeah, currently
dimension.
my trinket is a pink dust vial, but I think I might have just found my new trinket,
Right.
which is a
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Merkel flail head.
All right. Go for it. What do you do next?
I take some rope out of my backpack and tie him up.
Okay.
I straight up just don't want him to do anything anytime
You're a sailor,
soon.
you should check
All
those
right.
knots.
So I'm expending
You're a
some
sailor,
rope.
you should check those knots.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
He is.
I check his knots because I'm a sailor.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was Tash telling me.
You're a sailor.
That was too good. I had
It's
to
too
do it.
important for you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like over. This sounds really bad, but I'm over his leaning over his dead body. I'm like, I'm so sorry, and I start like opening up and like looking in all his pockets for anything that might be useful.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, is he dead? I thought we
No,
just talked
no.
about
No, unconscious.
He's
No.
definitely unconscious.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
but he's
alright,
still
okay.
kind of like
Okay.
he can't stop me.
He's
So it's
regretting
like-
his life choices
Like,
right
why
now.
am I roping a dead man? What am I doing?
He's doesn't seem to have
Well-
anything on him.
He's the priest of an undead god, so maybe
You make a compelling point.
So he's
yeah.
definitely come from this room, so the trapdoor must be somewhere, right?
I'm somewhat guiltily covering the fact that I was in this room for at least half an hour earlier today and didn't notice anything.
Yeah.
Going, oh, well, I've been in here before.
She
and
searched it thoroughly.
Well, I'm searching it more thoroughly with
Okay.
my acquaintance of the room, having been in it for such a long time with Jabaz.
All right. Rolling for initiative. Roll with advantage.
No
Yay!
advantage. Oh,
Well, the 19 was
Yeah.
good. Yes.
The 19. What was the other one?
A 10.
Even that would have done it.
Oh.
Yes.
And
you
I
got a
kind of
6,
like-
I believe.
Did I? Oh yeah, probably.
Yes.
Yes, you guys rolled a poor
Yet again,
investigations.
this
I've never
is
been in this
so.
position.
So I find
There is a secret door. Yes.
with like just a pressure panel that you push. To.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Above gnome head height.
It
Yeah.
I
swings-
physically couldn't reach it.
And so I yet again go, yes, this is why you're with me. Push the pedal.
Good. All right.
I feel it's come back to bite me, but that's okay.
There is it pushes, swings inward silently, and you are greeted by a rather foul stench that wafts up and immediately hits you as soon as you open the door.
Is it dark inside?
Yes, it
Won't
is.
make any difference to me.
That's right, but it is pitch black and you can't see.
Do we recognize the
If you
scent
do.
as anything? Is it familiar in any way? No.
Ooh, probably a mix of urine and
Oh, great.
feces
So
and.
Very
it's just
familiar.
just like the dormitories that we have to stay in.
Uh-huh.
every day.
I don't think we're going to be leveling up anytime soon.
We start decreasing in level.
Following from a very, very good old trick of the jack-o'-lantern from my sailing days, I having put the skull of Merkel on a chain around my neck,
Uh-huh.
I swing the glowing blue eyes to the back of my head
Oh.
and then walk down this pitch black passageway
So we can see you.
so that
Very
they
nice.
can see me and follow me clearly, because I can see 120 feet, magical and non-magical,
That's right.
like daylight.
OP, man.
I'm following right behind him.
Are you wanting to create any other light sources? to
No,
help you with?
I'm thinking no, this is perfect, and I might just like hand you a bit of rope and be like, just to make sure.
Right. Clever.
And
So we're
Hang on to
we're
it.
a beeline, and
Yeah.
like we're at primary school.
You can also give non-signal signals through the rope.
yeah, just let me know where the steps are, and we'll be
Yeah.
good. Cool.
So there's a short corridor, a 10-foot corridor, and then steps leading down. As you step, each step goes down, brings a new flavour of smell to your nostrils, and it lingers. It's definitely a smell that you're not going to forget anytime
Right.
soon.
I take my little perfume bottle out. I'm like, I knew this was going to come in handy. I just start smelling it instead.
The walls
Just
are
catch a whiff and I'm
hewn.
like,
The walls are hewn from limestone, and there's no lighting. There's no torches or anything like that on the wall. It's 8-foot high ceilings, and you head down into about a large room that consists of about 2 feet of fetid, stinky water at the bottom of it. It's quite difficult to move through this water. Obviously, it's very murky, and you can't see the bottom. And
It's like Merkel.
It's like Merkel.
And named it after him.
And,
It's like his holy water.
there's also it also counts as difficult terrain.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I see anything in this room?
Yeah, so there's two. So you come down from the north, and there's two exits in the south part of this room.
2 exits. One on the left, one on the right.
Is there any illumination, coming from either one of the...
Just 2 blue dots floating in front of you.
No.
Any sounds or vibrations or anything happening in either?
Let's have
some sounds.
some sounds from Sirenscape.
Oh, nice
Ooh,
segue there.
yeah.
Oh.
It's almost like you've done this before, Dad.
Where are the sounds?
Wait till it works, and then we'll say that.
I'm just, so we're
Just cut that line.
Yeah,
Edit it, post
waiting,
it out there.
and 17 minutes later.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, forbidden.
You
Wade into the water.
Yes. Are you wanting to light any other light sources?
No,
You're
I think this is fine for now. I'm taking the stealthy approach.
How
Okay.
high is this water for a gnome? Is it like up to
Oh,
here,
yeah,
or
that's-
is it up to?
Probably waist height on you.
So I'm
Yeah.
just like, am I
Height
trying to?
encumbered. Do you want to get on my shoulders?
Oh,
I'm
that's so
okay,
cute.
but thank you so much.
If you need any help, just let me know.
I'll let you know. Thank you so much.
Gotta
Where
show off
do
these
you-
guns.
Where do you go?
Do you even
Left.
lift?
Yeah, that's right.
Left or right?
Could you hear anything at the front? So are we gonna do like a whisper chain? Like it's like
Yeah.
a Chinese whisper, so by the time it gets to the last person, it's like,
Yeah.
wet or dry?
Wet or dry?
A non-signal whisper chain, like
Yeah.
what?
I think we're gonna have to give you the authority to take the decisions at this point, because you're the only one who can see.
That's why
So-
you're with me.
Yeah. I can see up. I can see up to.
I'm
6
glad.
meters.
This is just. I'm glad I'm with you because I'd be blind. So.
Do I sense any sound, any breeze, anything from either?
No, either one is the same.
They seem the same. I think we just go right.
I think you make the decisions right now.
We go right.
We follow.
Yeah.
All right.
We go right. We're going right, guys.
You head
Are
to
you
the
all right?
I think she's asking if
Oh
we're
yes.
okay.
Oh, well, if we were
Fire
old school, it would be
flies.
what is our party order? Yes. Who's where?
That's right. So you
I'm at the front.
first.
You have
Yep.
to be at the front,
I'm after you.
I'm following directly after you.
And
and I'll take up the
You
back.
take the rear.
lovely.
I'll probably do this.
Boom.
Okay.
And
You take the right passage, and it extends down about 30 feet,
Right.
and then comes to a dead end.
Okay. I think I can see it before because I just need 6 feet. I'm like, guys, we need to go left.
Can we search the walls
Yeah,
just in case
sure.
this dead end is not a dead end?
Yeah,
Give me a
Investigation.
investigation or a
New 8.
As hesitant as I am to try and touch the walls, I mean, I think I kind of have to kind of see if there's like levers, switches, things.
yeah. Go for it. Roll me a perception.
I'm gonna be looking at the walls to see if there's anything I can see.
That's a 10.
A 10 is enough that you find a secret door in the wall. Again, it pushes inward. And
That's why you're with me.
Very cool.
It is a little bit of a difficult push because you're sort of pushing water out of the way as well, but it leads into another room.
I look forward to the day that Ohm says that to us.
Wait until you need my ticket tools.
In the next room, you discover a corpse floating face down in the middle of the room.
There's a corpse in the middle of the room.
I don't
Kind
think
of,
you keep going.
I think maybe not whispering because I'm worried that the
Oh,
the thing won't
when we
pick it
say
up.
things to each other, pretend that we're whispering
Yes.
to each
Okay.
other, when in fact.
wow.
So I'd like to point out at this point that because I did well in my religion roll, I'm
Right.
going to say Merkel is kind of necromancy, kind of dead people, things, vampires. I don't know if we should. Corpses aren't necessarily safe, is what I'm trying to get across here. We don't know what we're dealing with. We know there's some undead involvement. We know that there's. So let's approach with caution, shall we?
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good.
Make a wave towards the corpse. Push water towards the corpse. so
See, I
that
was gonna push it with like a stick, but that's
Just
just
a-
what you said. Definitely not.
Does it react?
No, it doesn't react at all.
And this is a closed room that we don't know.
This is a secret room, yeah?
There is an exit to the east.
Okay. I whisper, there's an exit to the east.
And, now that you're sort of a little bit closer to him, you definitely see knife wounds in
Okay,
his
I
back.
turn the body over.
His
Uh-huh.
back.
He's shirtless.
back.
Yes. He's shirtless.
Mhm.
He drops other knives behind us.
And
They're everywhere.
Knife trap. Oh
I'm at the
dear.
back.
yes. So you roll him over. He
Yeah.
has a beard, no shirt, no wounds on the front.
Julius Caesar.
Let's go to the next room.
There's nothing recognisable. We wouldn't recognise him as, what's his name? Ulfder? No. What's his name?
Ulfgar?
Ulder?
Ulder?
Ravengard?
No.
Just some random.
Yeah. Roll me
NPC.
a medicine check.
Ooh, medicine. All the things I have no skill in. 14.
14. He's a bit stinky, so you probably estimate that he's been dead for about 2 days.
Oh, right. Baldur's
Oh,
Gate
so still
CSI. Time of death, Wednesday, 3:22 p.m. Okay, we go to the east exit.
3 wooden beams brace the ceiling of this flooded chamber, which features a stone altar covered with entrails in the northeast corner. Hanging on the wall above the altar is a 3-foot steel mask cast in the frame of a frowning human skull.
You know
I know
what?
that skulls could
What
frown.
page is that? Because that's what I would say exactly as I whisper back to them. That exact box text. 3 wooden beams bracing the
By
ceiling
the time it
of
gets
this
back to me, it's
yeah. So by the time it's back to you, it's like there's a room, it's got some stuff in it.
like something to do with the skull.
Yeah, there's like an entrail head, whatever that is.
Yeah.
All right, and we therefore know that this would be Bane.
Baal.
Baal.
Not yes. Baal's the hand. Yes.
I start
Yeah.
making my way to the altar because I want to see if they've got any inscriptions or anything that might be.
You go like this, and you're just about to touch it when you notice that there are entrails all over the altar.
Can I do a? Well, I suppose it must be. Would it be nature or medicine to say whose entrails they are?
Oh, they're definitely a person.
Right. No investigation required. Oh no! There was a human.
Yep.
I'd like to do a religion check to see what this ritual is and like if it's something that commonly occurs or how often that might
I'm gonna
occur.
aid her.
Okay.
So
Roll it with
advantage.
Roll with advantage.
So it'll be a 19.
A 19. So this is definitely just a sort of a generic offering, but you do know that this offering could be nullified or negated with holy water.
So you can see how they've got all this stuff here, right?
Well,
So-
I can't. No.
Okay. So I'm at this altar. It's about yay big, and there's entrails everywhere.
I can't really see the hand movements you're doing, so I'm just going to go ahead and cast a cantrip of light on my bottle of holy water
Uh-huh.
so that it
Yeah.
illuminates the area and I can
Oh,
hold it
that's
up
good.
and just... There we go. The holiest
Yeah.
of water.
Oh, I see now. That description makes so much more sense now. I
Yeah.
can see it.
What are you talking about? I described that.
You kind of wish you hadn't cast the spell when you see the gruesome detail of the entrails before you, and yes, it does kind of churn your stomach.
Yeah. Aww.
You're very welcome.
Why didn't you do it?
So I just fill you guys in the details that this isn't like a special ritual. It's just quite common ritual. But apparently, if we use holy water, it can negate what they've done.
How convenient.
Oh yeah.
How much holy water?
What is it doing though exactly? Like,
Oh, I didn't get that much. I don't know
Okay.
that much. But
All
all I
right.
know
It would
is
be
that
to gather the god's favor.
we're gathering the god's favor.
okay. I mean, I guess I just like uncork my my holy water and just give it a good splash.
Yep. It immediately starts to dissolve the entrails, and they sort of, it's almost like a you do a splash and it sort of ripples out from there, and the whole altar starts to smoke and become clean, and there are no entrails on it by the time you've finished.
I told you it was cool, right?
I was so weirded
paid
out
for
when you
that.
said I make holy
I
wine.
think,
Because I was like, oh man, there's a spot for that.
I think Cyrus suitably impressed. Yes, doing banishing the darkness. Brilliant work. Well done.
And banishing
Sophia.
the
I've got higher in my estimations now. Maybe I am in the right party.
Yeah.
Maybe I am with them. Maybe I am with them.
Whoa! How long have you had these doubts? Yeah.
And now that we've got light, we can actually do proper investigation to see what we're up against, right?
Yep.
I mean, I really appreciate. I can see it too, but it's a little bit hard to describe.
We just
certain
don't want to
things.
put it all on you.
So you do notice that there is an exit to the south of this room.
So we head south. We're
Alright.
still holding the rope. We're still in our
Are we,
order.
is your light still lit?
I think we
Yep,
should
like-
maintain that.
Yeah, like the light will still be present so long as I don't say I put it back in my bag.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Do you want to put it back in your bag while we're going into a new room and then take it out? When
Yeah,
we're
if you want to keep going stealthy, that's fine. I'll put it away. I grab back onto the rope. Let's go.
Well, maybe the sizzling on the altar might have, raised the alarm.
Alerted someone.
But we'll find out soon.
So you get a little bit south, and then the corridor turns to the east. But there is also a tapestry attached to the wall here. It's a 5 foot wide, 7 foot tall tapestry, and it kind of is crappy
Rot-
down the bottom and rotten because of the thing. It depicts a grisly scene of 4 faceless figures ripping apart a 5th figure who is screaming.
Do you know anything about this? You seem to be
Know
quite
anything
intrigued.
about what?
This tapestry. You can't see the tapestry.
Is that four grizzly? What?
Oh, so there's, as I explained what you just explained to me.
Right.
To both
I
of
asked
us.
Sophia to risk a little bit of light.
Yeah, I might just bring it back out.
Mhm.
I think we have a signal, so we'll follow you, and then you let us know, like, okay, there's no one here, then I'll take out the light.
I'll quote
just
Gandalf all the time.
Yeah.
And remind Lenora that we might risk a little more light.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I observed the tapestry, but
Yep.
can I tell anything about it?
No, it just looks like one of those grisly kind of.
Is it really
Things you'd
lovely
find in-
Anything
workmanship?
about where it would have been made, or like
do we know what
these
period it was
colonies,
created?
period, or
Come on, man, know
History
your
or-
law. You should.
Oh, poor thing.
No,
that's what our audience is
Yeah, I
for.
know. You tell us
tell
all about,
us.
the law of the tapestries of
Yeah.
the underworld of Baldur's Gate.
You do notice a yellow mold growing around the edges of it when you step a little
The
closer.
Guts Deco period. Yeah.
Okay. I'm afraid I don't know anything about this. It looks like
Is
a
the
pretty
workmanship-
standard
is
tapestry.
it
I mean, we
very
had a
good
million of
workmanship,
these in
or-
my home.
Alright, I've already ruined my hand, so I'm just gonna pull at it to see if there's anything behind it and just kind of.
All right. You yank at it a little bit, and the yellow mold kind of
Spores.
creates
Constitution.
a spore thing and explodes outwards.
I'm just gonna need so much holy water.
Just bath in it.
So, a Constitution saving
You're
throw.
immune.
For all, well, I am, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
was
know if I am yet, and it's not
Natural
level 3.
20.
natural
Yeah.
20.
Yes.
No, no. I get defense of immunity on level 3. I think.
Right, 12 for me.
Yeah.
19.
Nice.
Oh, I'm rolling so well today. I like
Nice.
it.
Nice.
Four.
Plus con, yeah,
21.
21.
So you two make the saving throw, and you two don't.
Okay.
And you take 11 poison damage.
Whoa.
11.
11.
I don't feel so
I'm
good.
not. Yeah,
Oh my God.
that's
I kind of wish I'd taken my
that's
heal.
bad.
I have a poison healy
Oh, that's right.
spell, but I didn't. It's not known to. It's not prepared at the moment. So
Wow.
And you are poisoned, which means you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
For how long?
You don't know.
Okay. Damn. I mean, I observe the reactions, and I need to step in and do something about this. I am going to. Come here, my child. And I just rest a hand on you and channel divinity, give you some health back, and that goes up to 12 points of healing. So you're all back to it. You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much. Thank you.
Wait,
Is that shared
Sorry.
between us or is that one?
Yeah, so I can share between the two of you. So
Yeah.
5 and 6?
So 6 each?
Yep. Yeah, that sounds good.
Alright, thank you
So
so much.
you feel your lungs clear, and the does it get rid of poison?
no,
Nope.
it just cures.
Okay.
Just The hit points.
So you are still.
And you've got lay on hands as well, haven't you?
I have lay on hands and cure wounds, and unfortunately I did not
Didn't
take
take poison,
the
yeah.
poison healing
right,
spell.
right.
That's alright.
Mm-hmm.
They're
So-
gonna be okay. I made sure of it.
Oh no, I don't.
I
Oh.
start breathing.
attack,
I start
actually.
breathing in like really deeply. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Your little lungs have been cleared magically.
You might get a puffer, but otherwise you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
magic papa.
All right. So to the east, there are stairs leading up out of this horrible water. That
All right. Well, the light's on, so we can see the stairs.
yeah.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd prefer to get out of the water. Okay.
You walk up the stairs to an octagonal room. You've come in from the east, and there's doors to the north, the west. The north, the east, and the south. And
Da, 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 da.
the east door bears a carving of Bane, the lawful evil god of tyranny, who is depicted as a tall, armoured man wearing a bucket helm. His right gauntlet is painted black and clutches a set of shackles. The north door bears a carving of Baal, the chaotic evil god of murder. He is depicted as powerfully built, skull-headed man with long curved blades where his hands should be. South door. This door bears a carving of Merkel, the neutral evil god of bones. He is portrayed as a cloaked figure whose face is hidden under a cowl. In his skeletal hands, he clutches a screaming human skull.
So,
Lovely.
chaotic evil, neutral evil, or
I'm
local evil?
excited.
I'm sorry.
This is exactly the kind of thing I need to prove myself.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Do we go with Merkel since we have the skull, or do we go with Baal or Bane?
Can I ask before we decide? Is there any like footprints that there's one that's used more regularly,
Um,
or any
Like
kind
wet
of?
footprints, because we've just walked out of the murder.
yeah. Can you give me a survival check, I think?
Tracking.
Let's have a look. Survival, yeah.
Are we all doing this?
Yeah, you can all do it.
That was a 6.
A 6.
I rolled a 19 again.
19.
21.
So what's going?
13.
Survival.
14 plus.
I don't know what your
3,
dice are doing to me,
17.
but I'm liking it.
All right.
Yeah. No.
So
Sorry, I need to retcon something.
Mhm.
Even casting it as a ritual, it turns out I did use one of my spell slots to make the holy water, so
Okay.
I'm going to take that.
all right.
Cool. So just want to fix that up.
But we had a short rest
Take
after.
it away.
We had a long
Short rest doesn't-
short rest, long
Yeah,
rest.
it
Short
doesn't
rest doesn't
rest it.
replenish
Yeah, it
me.
doesn't replenish spells.
Yeah.
Oh, warlocks.
Yes.
You're so lucky.
And wizards, I think, can replenish a spell slot when they
Yeah.
when they
Wow.
short rest.
Arcane recovery.
All right.
We're teaching audience something.
There is a number of tracks leading from and to the north door, from the east door and the south door. So, but there's not a lot of tracks that come from where you guys have come from.
Right.
We should have gone left.
I think we should have gone to the other left.
So they're going to all three doors, you're saying?
They're going to the north door. They're all going back all the
No,
four.
there's a north door, a south door, and an east door,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then 3 doors.
Yeah, so you've come up the stairs and you see lots of tracks going this way and tracks going that way,
But none from.
but none from where you've come.
Okay.
They're all going to the 3 doors sort of equally.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so it was bones, murder
Murder and tyranny.
and tyranny.
I feel like Bones is probably the least evil, right?
Yeah, and
That
yet
would
again,
be-
it's Merkel.
That would be Bane, who's lawful evil.
No, Merkel's
Merkel.
bones.
Merkel is bones
yeah,
and that's
he's
south.
neutral evil.
Right.
Neutral.
Neutral evil.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, maybe we should go with Merkel.
Myrtle?
What do you
Got the
guys
skull.
I'm
feel?
comfy with it.
We've got the skull.
Yeah,
South door?
Feeling quite poisoned, but
Yeah.
South door.
You open the south door, and the light floods into a room that, lying on the floor of this otherwise empty room, are the pale bodies of 3 humans in filthy black robes arranged in a triangular formation. A lit torch lies between them. A rough-hewn staircase to the left leads down to another torch-lit chamber.
we can see all this, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody can see.
Yeah, I kind of want to sidle away from the corpses.
I want to break the triangle.
Yeah.
All right. So you yank on
Yeah, one of them,
a
yeah.
thing, and he leaps up and smacks you again
He
with one of
takes
these.
5 cold damage.
That's right. He tries to. He rolls an 18, so
He
he
hits me.
hits, and he does 4 points of damage.
And he immediately... Do I do it now or do I wait?
He
No,
takes 5 straight away, right?
He takes 5 straight away. Yeah, for hitting me. Yes.
Yes.
And I take 4? Gosh.
Yes.
Okay.
So, the other two jump up, and let's roll initiative.
Sorry.
That's all good.
Well, we knew it was happening, didn't we?
Natural 1.
Nice.
11 for me.
So I get 3.
20.
Oh, one for...
20. Sophia's first.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need to install a camera over my dice because at this point the audience must be like, "Come on!"
Seriously?
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. I've rolled so many 19s. But this time I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8?
So-
Yeah, in fairness, this is 19 plus 1, so you know.
So, Sophia,
Effective dose.
lead us off.
Yeah, I mean, so that a corpse just got up and hit. Like, I mean, I'm just gonna do something about that. I have no compunctions about injuring dead things. That's totally fine with me. And so I just go ahead and reach out and with my already sullied hand, just Sacred Flame. So it needs to do a Dexterity saving throw. 13. Well. Oh, there's something's happening.
Yes, so you're doing Sacred Flame,
Mm-hmm. That's right.
and
With my sullied left hand.
gotcha,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and he does a saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's Dexterity, and it's for 13.
Don't think a 6 is going to do it. Dexterity, he gets a 7, so no.
Cool. So 1d8 of damage, and I'm just gonna roll this baby up. 4.
Is this the one that hit me?
Yes, and that's radiant damage if that has any further run-on effect
Right.
in the scenario.
He screams and covers his eyes, but otherwise seems... Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They're undead? They're...
No.
Oh,
They don't look like that.
Right, they're
Oh.
alive.
Well, I guess we're just, we're just checking
Oh, what are you trying to will me? Oh, that's
Oh no, I thought it was a dead thing.
Look, in fairness, if you're sleeping in a triangle in a ritual in a secret chamber, I'm gonna think you're dead.
Yeah.
Who's next? You boss.
Eldritch Blast, baby.
Okay.
I have disadvantage though, don't I?
Yes,
You
poison.
do, yes.
For my
Poison.
poison. I wonder whether I bother them with an attack. I might not. I might just stand there and let them hit me and take. I'm gonna let them hit me and take 5 points of damage every time as I do. I point my finger at him and take 2 strike as my divination cantrip, which gives me advantage. So I'm gonna
Cancels it
cancel
out.
him out.
Okay.
So that's my turn.
Yeah, so that's your turn.
You can do
Yeah.
an action.
This is the argument about True Strike, is whether it's actually valuable or not, but yeah.
I'm trying to show that warlocks are not just Eldritch Blast.
Okay, good.
So-
Good.
I keep
Who's
saying Eldrick, not Eldritch, because Dritch is tricky.
who's next?
I believe
Sarah.
that's Sarah. So, sorry, one of them has stood up, the other two have stood up.
Yeah, they're all.
They're all in melee range of me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and take gonna pull out my sword and take a swing at probably one that isn't being targeted at the moment. Try and occupy one that isn't already
One of the
occupied.
fresh ones.
That's right. Yep.
Fresh is a bad word
Yeah.
to describe what they are.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know where their entrails are going to end up.
Nothing-
Just trying, basically just trying to
Insane.
aggro a few.
Aggro? Yeah, okay,
Just
cool.
trying to get some of them engaged with me.
Wade into the fury.
That's right. So, and I
Oh.
definitely miss. So that's
it's
an
because you
8.
praised the dice.
That's
Because you
true.
were like,
I said
thank
they
you,
were
darling.
doing well, and now, of course, they're punishing me for my folly.
They're not
No,
working
he
well.
dodges out of the way, and then it is their go. So one of them is going to attack you, and he rolls a 2. So his
So
flaming
I'm gonna
skull
laugh.
does not. One of them attacks you,
5 points of damage.
and
Flaming skull.
sorry,
Are they
They
flaming
all have the
skulls?
same.
they've all got the
skulls.
flaming skulls.
The
Yes.
same as the first
He
guy
takes
we
5
did.
points of damage, so he's now taken 14 hit
Well, if
points
it's the
of
same
damage.
guy.
Which one?
You attacked the one who attacked me, so taken
That's right.
14.
And no, you only did 4 points of damage.
That's
right?
right. So 4 plus
And
4
10.
plus 4.
Well, only if it's the same guy who hit you.
Yeah, that's who.
Oh, plus
We need
That's
to
who
resolve the
Sophia.
action.
That's who Sophia attacked.
Right.
So,
So how many points of damage is this person taking?
14 in total.
no, wait. Sorry. What's happened, Derek, is that you've said, I'm going to attack you, and now Murray's assuming that it's with the same character who's already taken 9 points of damage and therefore must take another 5.
Well, the one who attacked me would be the one who attacked me.
Yeah,
Yes, so-
he's right in front of you.
There
so
you go.
he's- Yeah.
So yes. If they hit, then they're getting 14. But if they don't hit, then they don't take any damage.
No, I have separate
Oh, you. Okay.
separate characters for those
Okay.
two. For the one he attacked, and the one you attacked.
Okay.
So he's going to do 5 points of damage, and he's still up.
Did he hit?
He did.
Oh, he.
Hit you.
Right. What did he roll?
No, he didn't do damage. No.
Okay.
So he takes 5.
If he hit, yeah,
Only if he succeeds
he
in
needs to
hitting.
hit me to take the 5 points of damage.
Okay. So he rolled a 4, so he missed.
You missed, so
So
he
he
doesn't
didn't
have to
take
take
that
the
much
damage.
Yeah.
It would be great if, it was, if they attacked you. Like, you even thought about it, you're gone. Done.
Yeah, right.
It took me a while to get that. So I was like, wait a sec, I have to think about this for a bit.
Yeah. So the next one attacks you.
Mm-hmm.
And he rolls a 12.
Doesn't get it.
Okay. And then the last one attacking you. He doesn't get it either.
No, he rolled a 2 already. Oh,
That's
taking
right.
extra
You did too.
attacks.
It's okay, fine. No, it's
No.
fine. They missed
I'm
both
the
times.
tank, that's what I'm here for.
So we go back up to the top.
That's
with
why I always get
My
Sophia.
turn?
Oh, sorry.
That's
You
okay.
rolled the 1. That's right.
Yeah, I always roll a 1. So I'm going to take out my crossbow.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and find someone who doesn't have my ally in range.
Okay.
So I want to try and see if someone's like a little bit off to the left or off to the right.
They're all within range. So yeah, any
With
of them.
each grappling.
could be-
All
Fine,
right, sure.
effectively.
So I'm going to use some of my movement to make sure that I can hit someone without hitting an ally.
Very nice.
So I think that's the easiest way to do it.
Mhm.
And I get disadvantage because of...
A
So that's a natural 1.
1. So you won't get any better than that. So you miss. Back up to the top, Sophia.
Some fine GMing.
Okay,
You
so-
miss.
So this is becoming a fairly constant thing where Sophia is scared by something, and so she just acts out,
Right.
and then she gathers her composure and goes, what's happening?
Oh, you're not dead.
And so I'm going to disengage and run back towards where Ohm is
Okay.
to rejoin her. And I think that's all I can do with my turn. as a result, 'cause
Yes,
that's the next-
disengage.
Yep.
So they take a swipe at you, but you sort of dodge out of the way.
Yep, that's not having it. Getting out of here.
All right. That brings us to Europolis.
Eldritch
You pause.
Blast on the one that I had True Strike on.
Yep.
Who's the one who attacked me?
So that makes it a
Just an
even
even roll.
even
Yeah,
roll.
So it's a ranged attack. Oh, it's a terrible
3.
3.
No, that does not hit.
A 9 in total.
A 9? No, not
No,
quite.
shocking. It's shocking that didn't happen.
Then we go to Sarah.
In that case, I'm gonna swing my sword
Yeah,
at probably the combatant right in front of me.
that would be a good
I
idea.
feel like that's what
Go
I'm
for
gonna do. And I rolled an 18
That's a
plus
All the
the
pluses,
6.
yes.
palpable hit.
Yep. So I'll roll to hit. I mean, roll damage rather.
Yep.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. I have an 8 plus a 6.
He dies.
I think I just
First
one shot
blood.
this guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
He looks very surprised as you pull the sword out of his entrails and collapses to the ground, and looks over at his buddy.
I might also use this moment of vanquishing them as an intimidation tactic and go, "That's right, surrender, all of you."
Right. No, they're all crazed, insane, Merkel-loving dudes.
Mhm.
So they're going to keep
"Oh my
going.
God."
So one of them is in front of you, and the other one is
Was
Untethered.
disengaged, yeah.
yeah. Okay, so the one in front of you gets a 10 plus 12
Miss.
and the other one runs over to 50-50 to you and rolls a 15, so 17.
Mm.
Okay, 4 points of damage from his yucky, flaily thing.
I think that's the part that really sucks. Is like it's not just that it's damage; it's also really gross damage.
It
Yeah.
is.
Ew.
Your turn.
You damage.
Ow, that hurt! And I put my palm on him and I use shocking grasp.
Okay,
That was a mistake.
the 5-fingered.
19.
That's a hit.
and an 8.
Okay, so he dies too. He,
Take
electrified, goes flying back and crumbles to the ground in a smouldering heap of rags and scorched flesh and hair.
Yeah, you take that.
That's right. The other one's looking.
nod, like, yeah, sorry.
The other one-
Care of this.
I'm giving him the non-signal signal.
Yeah, we're
but he
giving the
doesn't get
non-signal
it.
signals to each other, yeah.
The other one is looking a bit scared, but is continuing to fight.
Cool.
you
So we're
pause.
back to the top.
Yes, sorry, Sophia.
Yeah. I mean, if there's only one left, I kind of want to not kill it,
All
but
right.
like disable it. This person. So I get my short bow out and I knock an arrow and I just let fly for like a kneecap.
Okay.
Where's my 10? No, it's gonna be 11.
11 is what you need to hit him, so that hits.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Roll damage.
Yes. Well, I was not expecting that to work. It's about D6 plus 1. 4.
4. Okay. Pulse.
I'm just going to attack with my Eldritch Blast with disadvantage, just because.
Okay.
No! 10.
No.
I roll a 10 on disadvantage, but still not quite enough.
Syra.
How far? I'm within melee range.
Yeah, you can just stroll
Step
over.
in.
So, yeah, I'm gonna stroll over casually through the dead bodies that Ohm and I
Yep.
have created.
Yeah.
Look
So
him
you-
right in the eye and raise my sword and take a swipe at his head, probably.
All right.
And I got a 20.
Could you please describe his?
So
Death.
Sarah would raise her sword quite high up and go right for the neck and a clean swipe right through the head, and his body then crumbles to the floor, the flail, the skull rolling miserably along through the water,
Rolling
creating
across
this flashing blue light.
the flashing blue light, but it rolls down a group of a bunch of stairs that are over in the corner.
Ka-tink, ka-tink, ka-tink. And what do you say? What do you say?
Be banished. Foul beast.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
See, this is why I'm a hero.
No, I thought you were going to say, and that's why you're with me.
Oh no.
We're waiting for it.
I'm waiting for a much better moment for that. Much better moment.
I thought that was a good moment. Okay.
That is the end of that combat. Well done. Nice. Okay.
I'm so glad I ended on a crit. That's always lovely.
So are they just wearing like robes, or do they have?
They're the same as the guy upstairs.
Okay.
Raggedy
Yeah.
robes.
Raggedy robes, unshaven, hairy everywhere.
Which god has in their description, don't shave?
Yeah.
Strange.
Well, they're clearly from Merkel, right? They're bony dudes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you imagine they probably smell, but everything smells.
And so they seem to be just some kind of like lesser priests or devotees to this god who are here as,
Was there anything in their
blockades.
triangular formation that was kind of ritualized? That
No,
seemed
they were
very
just
ritual?
they saw your light come through. They were watching through the crack in the door, and so they knew you were coming, and so they sort of prepared themselves and wanted to get a first attack.
In that Merkelian triangle defense.
I'll give you.
It's the Illuminati.
Yeah.
I'll break the fourth wall.
Three!
I'll break the fourth wall and tell you they were called necromites of Merkel.
Necromites.
I guess necrotic.
Necrotic.
Yeah.
So that's
Is a
that's
necromite like a
disease and-
necrominion? I
Yeah.
suppose it is.
All right, so they're dead.
Lovely.
Do we want to use their cloaks to be able to move around more freely?
I'm a blue tiefling. I don't think I'm going to be able to move around that much more. You guys could all.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they act in enough of a sane way for us to, like, we'd have to go pretty wild.
I can teach you some infernal phrases that you can rant.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
I'm-
start writing them down.
I'd like some green tea, please.
Yeah.
Where is your
I'm
bathroom?
I'm teaching.
Because then we already know that there definitely won't be one.
You have to
But
Yeah,
every single map has one.
If you add to the soiled water, no one's going to notice.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's going to take away.
Smell.
Just add
This
to
is
the
the
critity
city box.
smell. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is the toilet
This
for the
is-
entire city.
Yeah.
This is the
Public-
toilet.
the
So I'm
public
doing
bathroom.
I'm doing a very slow, infernal phonics of the holy order of the Trinity.
Okay.
Must be protected. No. Hol.
No, I wouldn't speak this language.
No, again, you'd be like...
Yeah,
I'm giving you...
I'm probably quite
I'm
disturbed
giving you
right
like
now.
infernal lessons, and you're like, no, I'm good.
Thank you.
No, try it.
Whilst you're doing this, I'm blowing. I've got a couple of necklaces, and one has like a dog whistle. But it's like a silent whistle. So I whistle it, and I'm getting something out of my pocket, and it starts illuminating blue, and I can actually record 6 seconds of whatever it is said.
Sweet.
Can you take a point of inspiration for that? Because that's genius.
Thanks. So whatever you say.
You've got the holy order of the Trinity must be protected in infernal on your little device.
On my little device. Thank you so much.
This little nerd. The holy order of Trinity.
And you're even doubly disturbed.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no. Now it's been recorded. Like, can you activate that device? Like, could you stop the recording and then throw it somewhere so that people can hear it over there?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I don't know if she'd be willing to let go of it.
So I've actually, so the way that I can do a couple of little things. One of them is I can record sounds, and I can do like silent images with words and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So yeah.
It's like a little hologram thing too, right?
If I want to, yeah. So I can do 3 things at any given time.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Now,
And I'm more than willing to entertain, other things that are sort of are within that power boundary, that are cool.
Cool things only.
That's
sorry.
right.
I know that you just made your bag of holding, and it's really neat, and I'm really impressed, and it's really cool. But as I collect, things from these people's bodies, like their weapons and stuff, to sell, do you mind if I... Thanks. Yeah, it's gonna be real gross.
I don't know the resale market in flails of Merkel are actually that. Look what I've got. Oh, here's another.
Well, you're a healer, so you want to.
I could consecrate them. I could study them.
Yeah.
Sure.
You never know.
Make a really good trinket and a jack-o'-lantern.
So there's one exit. There's 2 exits to this room. One that you came in, and the other stairs that went down to following the bouncing head.
Can I be a typical Murray because I've just brought up a really cool historical.
Okay.
The jack-o'-lantern was originally the jack of the lanthorn, which was used during the defeat of the Armada, which was indeed the giant light hung on the back of the English ship so they could follow each other.
Nice.
And that's where the jack-o'-lantern from Halloween comes from. It's original phrase.
I'm proud of you that you waited 20 minutes to you held it in for that long before revealing it.
Yeah.
That's a good job.
Thank you.
So just before we move on, with the magical tinkering, I can...
Cure poison.
Radiate? No, I wish. 5 feet of light, 6-second long recording message. I can emit an odor or non-verbal sound, a static visual effect, including 25 words of text.
Could you emit a pleasant odor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking pleasant odor. That might throw them off in the middle of the.
I've got some perfume though.
Yeah.
We do, yes.
Oh yeah.
Would anyone like some perfume?
Yes.
I just start putting your hand out and I start dabbing you
Oh.
behind the ears.
So, I'll say Holy Order of the Trinity must be protected 3 times, which is 24 words.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, that's to make those words appear.
Oh, right.
It's 6 seconds of
6 seconds of recording.
Recording, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Where do you go?
Well, down the stairs after the falling skull.
Down the stairs. Okay. Down the stairs has a decapitated skull, and a chamber is partially collapsed around a stone sarcophagus that was opened and looted quite a long time ago.
Okay.
No other exits to the room.
Do we search?
Okay.
Investigation.
I'm just gonna go ahead.
The last time we searched like this, we got poisoned.
Yeah,
That's
I'm just gonna go ahead and take out my holy water and just dab a little bit on each of your little foreheads. Alright, there we go. Cool. You're now all blessed on your rolls for the next minute.
Okay.
Is
that a +4?
Yep.
One
Yeah, it's
D4.
+4
Oh,
rolls.
1d4.
And so I'm just gonna wander over to this sarcophagus and kind of see what's the deal with it.
Okay.
Approach it gingerly and look inside.
So you look inside, and there is dust and humanoid bones in the sarcophagus, and you're looking down there, and you notice that hidden amid the dust, you see the corner of a book.
I want to kind of uncover the book. I want to
Okay.
take it
Yep.
with my left hand, the grubby one.
All right.
Yep.
The one that's been sullied.
Sure. I apply the holy water with my right hand.
Yeah,
Well,
the
okay.
grubby holy water head.
It is a spell book, and it contains the following spells: Burning Hands, Detect Magic, Disguise Self, Fog Cloud, Ray of Sickness, and Silent Image.
This would be really useful.
Yeah.
Should we put it in the bag?
Yes, most
Alright.
definitely.
Put it in the bag.
Unless anybody wants to examine it before we put it away.
They're all like arcane, aren't they?
They are, yes.
So that's you.
Okay.
And me. You and me,
Yes.
but I don't know that I
Okay.
can use it.
In the bag.
I don't understand how spellbooks work.
We can sell. Maybe we can sell the spell
You're
for a lot
right.
of
I
money.
definitely can sell this.
Yes.
Do we take a short rest down here since there's no other exits from this room and, bar the door and try and feel a little bit better?
There is something in the middle of the room that we're not going to be touching, right?
Oh,
There's a sarcophagus.
That's why the spell book.
Okay,
That's
there's
it.
nothing else.
So, yes,
There's
Sophia's
nothing
already
else.
broken
I'd
that
like
rule.
to investigate the area in general.
All right. You do find 2 more spell books in the sarcophagus in the dust.
Okay.
So yes, there's another one that has Charm Person, Find Familiar, Identify Magic Missile, and Sleep.
We had a wizard.
I know.
And that is the personal rune of the previous owner burned into its umber cover. Spellbook 3 is bound in scaly black reptile hide and contains the following spells: Cloud of Dagger, Dark Vision, Detect Magic, Featherfall, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, and Tush's Hideous Laughter. So there's quite...
There's quite a lot that we
Quite
can
a lot
actually
there.
probably
Looty
sell.
patooty.
Yeah.
Should we put these all in the bag?
Yeah.
Do we
absolutely. I don't
recognize
know
the
what's doing
rune?
wrong.
Yeah,
The second
books.
book? Is
No, it's a personal rune,
Okay.
so
I mean,
yeah,
books for
whoever...
art, for poetry.
that the same way with Prince, right?
Yes, it's like
Yeah.
the artist formerly known as...
Yeah.
The magician, the wizard formerly known as...
So he's a performative wizard then.
He is,
He's a
yes.
wizard on the keys.
That's right.
So I'd like to make a wizard who plays a guitar.
Oh yeah, or a bard.
Yeah. No,
Multi-class.
I was going wizard because of where we were at.
Or a bard who pretends to be a wizard. That's his performance. Then I'm off topic.
Ooh. Nice, that could work. Short resting.
Yeah. Should we have a quick look to make sure that there's no other secret doors or entrances into this
Oh,
room?
yes, I was taking that as a...
Yes, so you scour the room fairly
Scour the room.
thoroughly.
Lock
It
all
is
the doors as I find them, yep.
well. There are no other entrances or exits, and you're a little bit nervous about going too far into the edge where it's all collapsed in, because it does look rather unstable.
Okay.
Right.
In fact, there's a lot of problems, structurally with.
Can I see beyond the fallen rubble? Did it continue beyond that?
No,
Or was this a
it's-
chamber?
It's all. That's the end of it.
As
And
far as I'm
there's structural
concerned,
problems with the...
Yeah, so there's structural problems with, like back where there was those 3 pillars, they were all kind of rotting, and you notice all these cracks in the ceiling and things like that. So yeah,
If we had
clearly
a
this is
druid,
quite an ancient
if we had a druid, they could cast Thunderwave and we could collapse the entire structure.
problem solved.
Dungeon done. 101.
Let's go back to the surface and recruit a druid. Hello, you've got Thunderwave.
It's a good thing
Come
our
with us.
tiefling is so versed in the ways of Dungeons and Dragons. And
I knew
you know what we need right now? A druid. I've been here before.
I knew a druid. He had a spell that brought 15 cubic tons of ice down on a white dragon, but apparently the DM wouldn't kill the dragon from that.
Oh, you got to let that go, Mary.
Never.
Were you the druid at the time?
I was the
well,
druid
Of course,
at
you
the time.
never know how to do that. If it was someone else, it would be funny by now.
We got the dragon in the right spot, cast the spell, down came the ice, and Derek was like, "No, you're not nerfing my combat." Yeah, it does some damage.
It
You're like,
did
"Oh,
plenty of
it
damage."
did, but it didn't come any. I think it was
like we've got
I think it was an
I
ancient
feel like we
dragon.
may have gotten off
Yeah,
topic.
Okay, let's go to
But,
Yeah.
So,
this
I
is
mean-
an old wound we'll return to
Yeah,
later
just-
when it's amusing to the rest of us.
It is pretty funny. I want to be like halfway between the collapsed wall and the entrance and just sit there.
Okay,
Because I don't trust either of them.
I'm going to sit at the entrance.
all right. So at the bottom of the stairs, or
I'm going to sit at the bottom of the stairs and like in the stairwell almost.
Yep.
Is there a closable door there?
no, there's not.
Yeah, so
The only door is.
I'm basically going to sit on the stairs with my shield and my sword and then kind of rest there
Nice.
so that if someone comes in, the first person they're stumbling upon is me.
Yeah.
That's-
And this is a short rest.
This is a short rest.
Yeah, I might use my thaumaturgy to create a minor wonder, which basically makes the doorway down here look like a solid wall of stuff.
Nice. I was thinking, is it okay for me to use a ritual detect magic? It's a 10-minute ritual as part of a short rest, or like, can we just expand the short rest a little bit? How do we want to finagle that?
Sorry, say again?
It's a detect magic as a ritual is 10 minutes of casting, and it will detect magic in the area for us to kind of
For
have
like an
understanding
hour,
of.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
So we're gonna wait for we're gonna rest for an hour and 10 minutes. So you have 10 minutes to cast a ritual while we're getting our fake walls set up and we're finding our spots, and then we'll spend an hour resting.
I guess what I'm saying is I'm really into rituals. I hope you're all okay with that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I like them. Sounds good. And
And in
perfect
a
time.
short rest, we can take how much healing?
You can
Two dice.
Two dice.
Two.
I indeed do that.
I believe I have 1d8 plus
You-
3.
Sorry, just before you do that, you can roll one dice and then determine if you want to roll the next
I
one.
will do
So
the one.
Oh, that's... Yeah. Yeah,
and this
that's what I was
expends your.
I think that puts me back. No.
That's right.
How bad?
So you just need to note on
Not
your
doing too well.
healing that you've expended one
Hit dice.
hit dice.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh no, because 5 of mine, which will run out in this rest, are the temporary hit points from my lovely armour. So I'll use the other one as well, and that will just do me. So I've used 2. So I'm back to 4.
And I've used one and I'm back to
4
full.
plus I got 7.
Nice.
Plus 7.
And then before my short rest starts, I will cast Armour of Agathis again, because it lasts an hour.
Perfect. So I've just used 1. Feeling a little bit more healthy.
Does that work? No, that doesn't even work. It'll just run out before short rest's finished. What's the point? I shouldn't do that.
No, don't bother.
No, I won't.
Just go find a druid.
Oh no!
Doing it
no,
all
do you know why I
wrong.
did it? Because we had the massage, which was half an hour, but it was a short rest because it was a massage. Oh, I need a massage.
It's also stressful.
Okay.
The short rest passes without incident, and you
Nice.
complete your ritual.
Yeah. And for the duration of it, I can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me, and I can see a faint aura around visible creatures, objects, etc. that bear magic, and I learn the school of magic, and it can penetrate most barriers, except like a foot of
And how long does
stone,
that last?
lead, all that. For the duration of the ritual, it seems. So I guess...
Oh, you'd have sensed anything coming.
Hmm?
You'd have sensed anything coming.
Well, no, only while I'm doing the ritual, inside of that 10 minutes, I believe.
Right.
Or maybe like
I
I
thought
do
it
it for 10
just
minutes,
meant
then
that
it
it-
pops.
Don't know.
A little confused. So let's just assume like do it and it pops off. It doesn't.
And it tells you where stuff is.
Oh, up to 10 minutes. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yep,
so it
there we
means
go.
that for the next 10 minutes.
For the next 10 minutes, I've got the tech magic. Yes, there we go.
So before our short rest, you would have been aware.
So
of
you did it right after our
Anything.
short rest.
Right after the short
You did
rest.
it right after the
Right
short
after.
rest.
Whilst when we start going back and exploring.
So basically, for the next 10 minutes of
As we wander
dungeon
around the house.
crawling,
We're
Mister has a magical sight.
We're walking quite quickly.
All right.
Not
So
crawling
you
at
finish the ritual
Yep.
and head off.
Mm-hmm.
So you still have you walk out of the door of bones of Merkel, and you've got Bane in front of you and Baal to the right of you.
Can I just say before I left, I pick up my crossbow bolt because I know that obviously I've only got a certain amount, and I just wipe it off and I put it back in the back.
Nice. Okay.
Thanks.
Bane or Baal?
Bane.
Done.
Done. Armour of Agathis. Myself.
Okay. You open the door. What is
Are we
your?
still poisoned?
No.
We're no
That
longer
that
poisoned.
goes after about a minute.
Oh.
It was the longest minute of our life.
Yes.
Longest minute of our lives. All right, lovely.
There is a corridor that stretches off into the darkness, but you don't.
120 feet.
120 feet. So it's like
Stop ruining Derek's game.
Well, they built the game.
30, 40, 50, about 60 feet, but it starts to go down. So you.
I
start to-
describe all of that.
All right. What are your light sources?
I've got my holy potion is away because I think we're going to creep stealthily, so I'm
Okay.
back to rope.
I got 2 little blue lights hanging on the back
Yep.
of my neck.
All right.
And a rope.
I am at the back, relying on the party.
Very good.
I've got dark vision.
You've got dark vision as well.
60 feet.
Yeah, 60. Yeah.
All right.
So before we start going down, I start looking at the walls to make sure that there's like no little arrowheads or anything that things might start attacking us.
No, nothing like
No
that. But
booby traps.
No booby traps.
no booby traps. So you go down 2 flights of stairs, and then you walk, thankfully, into the water again. and it turns around and you enter a room. The eastern part of this room is unlit, flooded, and braced with floor-to-ceiling wooden beams. Rough-hewn steps rise out of the murky water to the western portion of the room, which is dry and lit by 2 torches in sconces that flank a stone altar. Shackled to the wall behind the altar is a sickly man in a loincloth with a burlap sack over his head. An alcove in the north wall contains a freestanding suit of plate mail armour, missing its helm. Standing before the altar are 2 grim figures, a powerfully built woman clutching a mace, and an even bigger man wearing a bucket helm. The helmed man is jabbing the prisoner with a spear, causing him to twitch. Both figures are clad in chainmail, and the woman carries a wooden shield with a leering skull painted on it.
I stare at you to see if it's a non-signal signal for me to use my.
So I can see this, correct?
Yeah, no, you can't.
Well, no, they're lit though.
Oh, they are.
So I don't know,
Well,
like I
then
can't
brightness,
see,
yeah.
but like there's some dimness between me and them, but they've got torches around them.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. So you're in a lower part of the room, and there's a corner here, and you can see there's water in this part of the room, stairs leading up to the altar, 2 figures, person behind getting tortured.
How far?
How far away are they?
They are 10, 20, 30 feet or so.
So we can both see easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
How fast do I travel? But we're encumbered, right?
No.
Difficult terrain in the
Different
water.
terrain.
Yeah.
So we can only do
So
half
it's
of
it's
it.
gonna be noisy.
So it's going to take me. I can only do 15 feet of time, so I'm at least 2 turns away from them.
You could swim under the water.
I am very inclined towards. Well, I mean, Syra, I think, would be very inclined towards direct action at this point. There's like someone being tortured by people who
Sure.
worship demons. I'm very, very much inclined.
This is
towards.
kind of your thing.
This is kind of like. These are the people I meant to kill to bring the dawn back to the darkness. Come
Right.
on.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'm going to be moving as swiftly as I can towards them. I might actually try swimming. Although I'm in plate and I'm wearing like a shield, I don't feel like that would be very easy. So I'm probably just going to try and walk without creating too much noise directly towards these people and hope they're distracted by the thing they're doing.
Okay, so you'd like to stealthily
Yes.
roll me a stealth check.
Oh dear.
While she's moving forward, I'm going to point my finger at the woman.
Okay, and
True
mark-
strike.
True strike her.
9.
You're really quiet. You can hear a pin drop.
You make a sort of a swishy noise, and perhaps your eagerness overbecomes your need for stealth, and the woman's head snaps around and
Can she see in darkness?
and says, "Yignoth!" And the man stops what he's doing, and they both start to advance on you. So let's roll initiative.
Dun, dun.
20! I think I might have wasted that because I didn't use that on a hit.
Oh, it lit up there. That was
Did-
fun. Oh, do we still have our D4 advantage? No. No.
It would have expired by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I rolled a 4. I'm like, during headlights.
So that was just 22,
He found me!
22 for me.
22. Wow. Okay.
15.
15.
7.
7. So Eupolis is first.
This is Eldritch Strike on the woman with
Right.
advantage. Is a 24.
Where is her thingy? A 24 hits.
6 damage.
Yes.
Lovely.
Wow. Excellent. That would make it then their go. What is she going to do? She is going to move. She has a speed of 30 feet. So she's going to get down to the water and be face to face with you, Syra. And she's going to try and hit you. She rolls a, not enough, a 5,
I think that should be on the dice.
10.
Not enough.
Is that one of those 8 balls? It's like keep on trying, or
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes.
not enough. just.
Future seems hazy.
Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Future unknown.
So she strikes at you and you dodge out of the way, and it then turns to being Om's go.
Alright, so I'm gonna use my trusty crossbow, except I'm gonna use my movement to walk further, probably to the left to where these two are.
Yep.
So that I don't know where it's coming from.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use my crossbow. It's probably not going to be enough.
On who are you using it on?
The guy.
The guy.
Yeah.
Buckethead.
Mr. No, not the one getting to it. Wait.
No,
Is
bucket
that-
helm. He's
Oh, okay.
yeah. He's
Yeah.
he's in a loincloth. They're hard to
Yep.
Same,
hard to
different.
mistake. Oh, him.
So it's 11.
11 is a miss.
Yeah.
Which brings us to Sophia.
I am just gonna get. So nobody's terribly far away from me at this point. You're 15 feet at most. And I'm just like, oh crap, okay, and take the holy water out, and just like one for you, and just like, and you're all blessed again. So you have a +4 on your throws for the next little while.
Nice. All right.
Sorry, not a +4.
Good
D4.
thinking in the heat of battle. Just take a point of inspiration for that. I think it's quite
Don't
good.
forget your point of inspiration. 'Cause,
Yeah.
man,
Now, what?
he hasn't gone.
He hasn't gone, so I'm gonna make him leap off. What does he have? He's got that spear, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna
Does
try and
he?
throw it at Om.
Of course.
A 19.
And that just hits.
Just.
That's a 6 hit points of damage.
My poor little gnome. That's alright.
And the other thing that he does is he screams out to his companion. He says, "Kazira, strike!" And she sort of immediately reacts to that and strikes at you again.
Oh man, do you think he's like an attack when he commands her?
Yeah. So she gets a 16.
She misses.
She misses.
Mm.
Okay.
Keep trying to hit me.
Now, that's nasty.
So he's thrown his spear.
Yes.
I charge him.
Okay. Now.
I think it's my turn there.
Oh wait.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Sorry.
it is too. So, Syra.
Yes.
Bring it up
Well,
the
I'm
rear.
going to. I think she's right in front of me. Is that
She
correct?
is, yeah.
So I'm going to take a swing at her.
Don't forget your.
I'm gonna fold. And I am going to miss because I rolled a 9.
No.
9 plus 6.
Plus
No.
your normal
Oh, right,
attack.
right. Plus. Well, what am I doing? Actions.
Actions attack.
9
Plus
plus
6.
6, so 15.
15, not
Yeah,
enough,
that's what I figured.
unfortunately. It's not
Pretty
too
great.
far off.
Too far, not too far.
Okay. So where do we go? Back to 22.
Yeah, I'm charging.
You're charging the guy at the
Bucket helm.
bucket helm. Now, let's...
Through the water?
Through the water. So it's 20 feet of water,
Right.
which you have to move at half pace.
And you're probably. Well,
Oh, I'm just going
faster
to Eldritch
than-
strike him then.
Okay.
Move and then just.
Yeah.
No, whatever.
So you're still moving 15
Closer.
feet.
Yep. So I'm
And-
close enough now, and yeah. That is a 12 plus 6, 18.
18, it hits.
And that is 1d10 plus 4. Where are you? 1d10? There. 10. 10 points of damage.
10
That's
points of
great.
damage.
Yeah, damn.
Excellent. All right. Wonderful. Then it is their go. So she's going to strike at you again.
Please.
Come
on, give it a go.
7. No.
Give it a go.
I wish I got the
It's a
7.
well-timed flex.
I love the
Why does
anticipation
she
of
get
actually
all the
being hit.
sevens?
I want to get hit.
So I'm standing here.
And goodness, he's thrown his spear. He's only got one of them. He's going to
Javelin?
run over to the wall and get another spear and try and chuck it at you because he's a little bit
Okay.
unnerved by your Eldritch Blast.
Alright.
What's your armor class?
16.
He hits.
He takes 5 points of cold damage.
Oh,
Does it
even on a
non-melee? On a ranged attack?
If if a creature hits... Oh, melee. Sorry, not
Yes.
range.
Yep. Okay, 5 points of damage.
But he, as a reaction, needs to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
For Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke.
Oh,
DC 14.
he does not make that.
He takes... Hellish flames burst around him, and he takes 2d10 burning flame damage. Fire, that's what's called fire damage, not...
Fire damage.
Oh, he only takes 7.
7,
Oh no, where's a 6 and a 7? Sorry, 13.
13.
Got an eyesight letting me
How
down.
long does that last?
That just was a one-off.
Oh, it's a one-off. Right.
It's
As a reaction.
Reaction spell.
Wow, that's a
It's a good reaction spell.
that's a good reaction spell. All right. The other thing he does is he says, "Kazira, strike again."
Not ow. Ow!
He does say "ow" as well. Yes. And she strikes at you again and rolls a 4 and doesn't do anything.
That's why I'm here.
So,
Damn.
yes, she's going to need to do better.
Evasion tank.
So that's both of their goes, and it turns to Om.
I'm gonna try again with my crossbow.
Go for it.
It's really bad.
5.
It's 9. A strong 9.
All right.
Super strong 9.
No, not enough. And Sophia.
Yeah, I'm not terribly worried about what Syra's facing, but that dude over there with the commands kind of freaks me out. So I'm going to try Guiding Bolt again.
Okay.
And that's ranged magical attack, so I got a plus that. 17.
That's a hit.
Woo! And that's 46 radiant damage. So
No kidding.
Yep, 1, 5, 11, and 16.
16.
Radiant.
Damage.
Boom.
Okay.
So he's like burning and he's lit.
He's lit.
And it's like,
I can't roll, doesn't it mean... Oh no, was that... Don't we get advantage on next
Yeah, I
person
do
to
believe-
attack?
Oh, 'cause he's like in...
Because
Yeah,
he's glowing
so
now.
he's glowing.
Next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage.
Oh,
Yeah.
love it.
46.
All right. So, man, and that is you. Who would you like to attack?
Am I even close enough to get into range of Glowy Guy now?
You'd have to get past her, and she'd get a
Attack
she'd
opportunity.
get an attack of
I'm
opportunity.
gonna just attack her then.
All right.
Okay. And I rolled a 15 again.
Oh, the same amount.
Yeah,
Plus your 6.
Oh no, plus 6. No, you're right. I got 21.
That's heaps.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I can hit. Yes, finally. And what am I rolling? A D8 plus 6. So it's a 7.
7
damage.
minimum damage, but still
Significant.
significant. Excellent. And we are back to the top.
So he's thrown his second spear.
Yeah.
He doesn't learn, really, does
He
he?
does. Yeah. I'm 15 feet away from him, so I'm going to charge him.
See?
Eldritch Blast with advantage,
Yeah.
which is going to be 17.
That's a hit. 16 is his armor class.
Love that.
And 7 damage.
He dies with
His helmet with my Eldritch Blast basically like electrifies,
Yep.
and his like head kind of fries inside it, and you see the smoke coming out of the ear slots.
Sell
And he
that.
kind of oh no, the helmet's still fine. It was just
We'll clean it
electrical.
up.
It's really gross. Though.
Yeah. There's like a shrunken head inside it now, and then he just sort of collapses.
perfect. All right. The guy who's strung up is kind of going. He's got a Hessian bag over his head, and he's got no idea what's going
It's
on.
all right. They're with me.
So he's dead. The woman attacks you again and rolls a 5, and
Evasion tank!
she doesn't get,
Glinting off my armor.
she doesn't get any
Glancing
more
at it,
goes
glancing.
because her buddy is
No longer there to give her a second attack.
has stuck a fork in a PowerPoint. So
Yeah.
that's
The PowerPoint named Eupolis.
That's right. And so we go to
I'm going to use, for the third time, hopefully lucky, that I use my crossbow.
Okay.
No, it's 11.
11.
You do
What's
get
your-
a +4 because of my bless.
That's
Oh,
true.
because
I only
advantage.
just
Oh no,
remembered.
it's not advantage because it was
Not
a
her.
guy.
Yeah.
So +4.
Plus
Plus a
4.
D4.
It's
Uh,
not.
It's not going to be enough anyway.
How many did you
It
go?
has to be above 15.
How many did you? What did you roll?
I got 7, and then it was 4
4.
plus 4, so it was 15.
So your maximum is 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maximum, which is not enough.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you though. It's alright.
And so then we go to Sophia.
Okay, so there's only that tall woman in the water left, and everybody's looking pretty healthy. I mean, I get my bow out, like an arrow, and I want. She's done. That's what I want.
All right.
In the knee?
No, this time.
An
This time it's for real. 11 plus my 1, it's 12. Nothing.
No. You only get plus 1?
Do you not get your own bless?
So, you,
Oh no, I get a. Yeah,
You have to go to
plus
attack.
3.
yeah.
Yeah, plus 3. Sorry, so
Sorry,
14.
So 14 plus the D4?
No, you didn't. Did you?
I didn't
pull the
bless
one
myself.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh.
So you can only bless 3 people? Is that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm the
Yeah.
same. I've got blessed, and I can only bless them.
Very good. So that brings us to Simon.
Well, I gotta take a swing at the woman in front of me.
Right.
Seems to be,
It's okay.
you know.
Add your
Can we
D4.
do 4? And I got an
Oh,
18 plus 4.
there we
so
go.
Plus 4 plus
definitely-
6.
22
Nah,
plus
28.
38.
Yeah.
Very good.
Hit
And I
all
rolled-
the things.
That's all me.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Really, it's all me with my like what my
Go on, say it,
It's
say
a
it, say it,
9
say it.
damage.
9 damage. That is death.
It's death.
That is actually
Together we are
exactly
death.
on her death, on her hit point level. Okay, so you win the battle.
Do we want to talk to the person up on the altar?
We absolutely do. That's the next thing we're
Maybe-
going to attend to, I believe.
Yeah, I just want to enjoy this moment.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm going to go
So
and...
as you're doing that, I'm just like, is it time yet?
They're all posing victoriously,
Yeah.
and you're like, should we go help that
Yeah,
guy,
yeah,
guys?
the guy with the
It's like, hold us,
Hessian...
give us a moment. We just
Yeah.
need to feel good about ourselves.
The poor Hessian sack, like, you know, covered over his head going, what's going on?
Yes.
I'm going to go and take the Hessian sack off and hopefully not scare him by the fact that he's going to see a blue tiefling.
All right. He is quite surprised, and he screams and looks around him and sees his torturer dead, and he looks at you and says, I'm worth money.
What is your name?
I'm Clem Jasso. I was abducted I was moving goods around the city and abducted by these horrible people, and they've kept me prisoner for 2 days. Please, my mother will pay me a large amount to get me out of here.
You have nothing to fear, they are dead.
I'm going to kneel next to him and then lay on hands
Okay.
to heal him for 5 points of damage,
All right.
which I assume is close to something like... Just give him a sense of safety and health.
Yes. He immediately starts to feel better. Yes.
I wander over, I'm seeing this, I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Cool. This is a good idea.
All right.
Tell us, what have you seen here? How long... You've said you've been here for 2 days?
Yes, but they've mostly kept me bound and gagged, and I haven't been able to see what's going on. But my parents, my mother and father and sister will be eagerly waiting my return. Please, may I go?
Well, yes, of course you can go. We just very quickly before you leave. Did you overhear anything, or do you understand anything about these dungeons we find ourselves in?
I don't know. They were speaking in some strange, awful language. I speak Elvish and I speak Elvish and
Clear your throat.
That would be the beautiful tones of the infernal language.
oh. Ah.
Perhaps an acquired taste in your case.
Can you unshackle me, please?
The metal or...
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I want to go over to Buckethead and inspect the body. And see
Yeah,
if
he's got
it's-
some keys on him.
So you're...
I'll help you. And I take out my like little
Who needs keys
lockpicks,
when we've got a tinker?
And I just start using my little lockpicks to unpick.
Oh, it doesn't give me the...
Lock.
DC?
Strength, because it's like, they'll find the keys. But sometimes
Yeah.
they don't find
I tell them that perhaps accompanying us would be better than you making your way out alone, just in case other dangers await you.
I am half dead and have no significant fighting skills to help you with.
But
I
how are we
apologize.
to get the ransom if you leave us now?
Oh, yeah, I'm absolutely. Yes, I'm. Tell me where you're
Ignore-
residing.
Ignore him.
And I
You're
will-
free to go.
I'm looking at both. Am I unlocking him? Am I not unlocking him?
But
Unlock the
what
poor
amount
man.
are you promising then? Excuse me, no, excuse me. They're with me. What amount are you promising? What is your ransom worth?
Oh, yes. 200 gold pieces, I'm sure, will be yours. My family is very affluent and runs a considerably mercantile business. In town.
I'm
What's
just
the
going to
name
give
of your
you a
mercantile?
stern look.
I missed the stern
Excuse
look.
me.
What's the name of your business?
Sophia, give me a hand here.
Yeah, I'm coming back
Can we
with the
protect
keys
this
now.
poorly
I'm like,
abused man from
just-
being also...
I really like.
Extorted.
I really like that you're like, hey, we should make him safe and comfortable, and you keep using the verb ransom. So just gonna.
No, that was his phrase.
I'm just gonna unlock his manacles.
To be
I'm
clear,
worth
we're not the
money.
one who abducted him.
And you are looking. Yeah, okay.
We
Russell,
rescued him.
Yes,
So-
you've got this. I
I
wander
got
over, I see
this.
you're doing. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
good.
You can give me advantage if you want. You can put some light on it.
I hold the key right near you, so.
I'm like, nah, it's alright. I don't need keys.
Yeah.
You unlock him, and he sort of jumps up and says, so Jasso imports and exports.
Thank you.
That's good to know. So,
Be safe.
Yeah.
Jasso it was? And imports and exports. We'll come find you and ensure that you're
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Just go-
sure.
And if you do recall anything that happened to you in this time, do we detect any subterfuge on him or anything? Like
Roll me a
perception roll?
perception.
Or insight, which would you prefer?
Insight is probably better.
14.
14. The bit where he says 200 gold pieces will be yours, you kind of get the feeling that
He's not
that's
as
a
wealthy
bit
as
of
he's
a
claiming.
lie. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get that lie, so when she says to check on that you're safe, I give him a good wink.
He looks at you kind of nervously and, well, I shall be going. How do I get out of here?
Which one are we? Where are we now? We went east, west.
He's got to
south?
go out the long corridor.
You can give him the
Yeah,
direction.
you,
Yes.
you swim through the muck, over down up the stairs. You got it.
You
Yes.
can go through the muck and then you like there's an exit maybe to
Keep
the north.
heading upwards.
And
Don't
then
go
you
down.
go, and then you also go to the north some more. I think
Yes.
you're mostly
Then-
heading
Yeah.
north.
Sounds about right.
Conveniently, you'll end up in a bathhouse. So
Yes.
like that'll.
With a
You should
dead
probably-
dude lying on the floor.
Yeah, watch
You
out for the
probably-
dead dudes.
yeah.
I'm writing out. I'm actually drawing him a map whilst everyone tries to explain it, and then I give him.
I see, an old school OD&D would have to give him the map that we'd
And
made to
that's
this
why
point and be
we're
like,
with
no, that's so inaccurate, it's not funny.
So yes, we've got his details. Be safe. Take care of yourself. We'll come check on you later. If you recall anything about anything that took place down here, we're very curious about the.
I owe you my life. I was sure that they were about to kill me.
Wow.
Yes, you do.
Well, good luck getting out. I hope everything works out for you, and we'll see when we get. And we'll see you later on.
And to you.
Thank you,
And perhaps
Um,
report back to the Flaming Fists.
Zodge, Captain Zodge, and
Yes,
give him
Captain
our.
Zod just sent us in search of some bandits, some
So-
awful folk. Perhaps when you have recovered enough, you should go to the Flaming Fists and let them know where you have been.
And we'll
what
let
you have
Captain-
seen.
Very well.
We'll
very
let
well.
Captain Zodge know that you promised us a $200 gold piece reward. for
Oh,
your safety.
yes.
Just waiting.
Oh, you don't need
Wink,
to.
wink, 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 wink.
You don't need to worry about that.
And I just turn to him. What? Little bit of holy water.
Holy
Okay,
water and
go.
Okay. He stumbles down and starts wading his way through the thing, sort of shouting out over his shoulder, "Thank you so much! Thank you!" and leaves. There are 3 exits from this room, 2 to the south and 1 to the east. And we will find out what is on the other side of those things after our break. Tune in next time to see what happens. And please like, subscribe, and comment, and put your the bell on for the notifications. Bye, everyone.
Bye.